Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel on an everyday encounter on the typical life of an Aspie, or shall I say, in the ordinary life of an Aspie. As you're aware that I have been bringing up about dating tips and whatnot of when to date an Aspie, or just the tips and advice for you all that was really long, and pretty much I don't know if you guys will understand it all that, even though many people may think that I'm nitpicking or what have you, but basically all we can do basically is just to respect certain people that has their differences of when it comes down to dating, even though sometimes many people complain that dating an SB or anyone else that is different pretty much can be really complicated, and that to the point that sometimes when there needs to be some certain rules and boundaries, or just boundaries that we put across sort of thing, or even sometimes some of us may end up putting walls against us no matter what. But I feel that no matter what, that we should just be respected of whatever it is it may be, sort of thing. I know having AS can be difficult, like any other condition pretty much that we live by basically, and sometimes people complain time and time again, and why should they? Because obviously, you know, many people just feel that either A, they're not ready themselves, or B, they feel that they are ready and they just want to put their own rules and guidelines to it, you know, like double standards. You know, if you give me a rule, I'll give you a rule back, you know, which I try to abide by to myself. And all further ado though, I'm hoping to make this one a real short and brief one of part 2 of the dating and or advice for dating an Aspie, or if you're about to date an Aspie and you're not sure how you're going to go across it, you know, with him or her. So, and all further ado is number 1, adapting to change. As we know, some of us, or many of us, will struggle with this one, no matter what it may be, you know. I believe that sometimes we need to try and get out of our comfort zone, even though I'll say this, that sometimes I'm still in my comfort zone, being comfy and trying to test the waters a little bit at a time at the moment, even though sometimes I have been taking too many big steps. Then again, you know, why should I be taking a lot of big steps no matter what it may be, you know, and sometimes it just turns into custard no matter what. Sometimes, however, when it comes down to adapting to change, as I said, it be difficult for some. But, you know, what I find a little bit different, or pretty much, is the differences of people's opinions based on this, and their way of thinking about doing things regardless of, you know, adapting to change. You know, everyone fits in their own mould of what they need to do. Yes, as I said, I have found things to be difficult, no matter what it may be, to adapt and adjust to these changes. Yet with the differences of opinions, it can put me off, like I said in one of my pet peeves about people's opinions of certain things. Like I say time and time again, never mind what others may think about me. I try to tell myself every day, you know, their opinions won't matter in the long run, even if they are cruel and nasty words that usually tend to really sting, you know, and leave a scar on me, even though, like what someone said, it's how you go about it and choose to go about your way. But I guess that's all depends on how we see it. Yes, I believe we're entitled in our differences of opinions, however, and to be different. But you got to bear in mind though, if I'm with you, dating you wise, or just a friend, you know, respect me and my values and my morals and whatnot. I can't clearly state enough of this, because at the end of the day, you know, there's no right or wrong way of doing all this that I'm asking from you. But all I can say is, yes, I run on a routine or schedule, and I'll try and adapt to your guys' schedule versus my schedule, or try and be as flexible as I can. Pretty much, if I have to change my, you know, timetable structure just to suit yours. And then again, but you gotta remember, I can't basically run without a schedule or a timetable, because obviously if I don't have a schedule or timetable, it feels like my world will be chaos, and it gets a bit overwhelming for me, and then I get so stressed out, and that no matter what, I tend to just, well, not fly off the handle, but have my little silent meltdowns regardless what it may be. Regardless of all that though, I do try and make sure to have a backup plan every day, you know, regardless what it may be. As people may know me by now, I'm organised, and sometimes also during my years of study, basically I have kept up with really handy notes, and sometimes I'm too out there with my notes. Sometimes some people think, you know, I'm going too in depth with my notes, but then again, you know, that's just me, how I soak up the information. Yeah, but also, when it comes down to it though, if I am going out with you and they just basically be kind enough to actually tell me of your plans, so that if you did involve me, you know, like I said in my last one, that I will have what is it that we're going to do, when we're going to do it, you know, how long we're going to be out, sort of thing. Because as I said before, so many times before, I can't stress it enough that I get so, you know, tired, and my anxiety and well, shall we say my social energy tank, if it wasn't a group setting, gets really down and out. I don't want to assume on anything that you guys plan. If it's a guy that's doing the planning for that day, basically that, oh, what the hell am I going to wear? What is he going to think? What I'm about to wear? Blah, blah, blah. You know, the list goes on. You know, so communicate with me also is important, because obviously so many times before I have been communicating to a lot of guys in the past, the present, you know, and I feel that sometimes some guys just think it's just okay just to hide out and stuff. Well, it's fine by me, even though many guys may not be open, as I learned now and again, but sometimes, like I said, honesty is the best policy as well. Spontaneous people are types of people with no backup plans, however, and they'll do whatever they want regardless of the situation or the circumstance that may arise or follow in that part. You know, I feel that some of them, though, will go with the flow and just pretty much, you know, plan out their goals and dreams later on, even though, as we know, our life is a ticking time bomb. We're on a timely basis. Some guys, however, tell me how life is about compromisation and stuff, and vice versa. I've learned that I've been compromising myself and put my life on hold, and I need to basically, hopefully, enjoy my life and stuff, regardless who it may be, if I am with a guy or not in this present current time. Some guys, though, however, try to still understand me, regardless if I may get under their skin and piss them off, regardless of how I say or what I say. Even though sometimes, okay, as I said before, differences of opinions. Doesn't matter what matter of opinion it is. Just, you know, be supportive enough just to, you know, say, hey, Kieran, you know, tone it down or something. I don't know. Just say it in a polite way anyway. Put it that way. Even though some people just blow it out of proportion there. I'm now trying now and again, despite it all, to pick up the pieces where I've left off with my dating scenes. If I am, you know, I feel sometimes that, you know, as I said many times before, it's a give and take, you know, with this relationships. Sometimes I can't change certain parts of me, even if I tried, you know, it's just a part of the DNA makeup of who I am with that AS and all these other conditions that I've shared with you briefly or touched on. Many people think just because they think I'm making excuses for it, it's not, because it's, like I said, it's who I am and what I am, accept me for who I am and the flaws and everything. Anyway, I am grateful to, I'm getting ready for what I am becoming, even though, you know, the present teaches us what we are to become. Excuse me guys, I've just got a runny nose at the moment. I don't want to tell someone this due to fearing of getting hurt through the words of this, or I don't want to tell them as it will annoy or upset them, is kind of the common quotes that many of us Aspies may come across. We're going to think for ourselves, you know, what are we going to say? Is he going to thump us, or is he going to basically just tell us it's all in our head, which is crazy, because 9 times out of 10 when I've dated in the past, I've been told it's all in my head, which is not good, you know. I have been forever saying, holding up to basically what I do in my life, you know, putting my life on hold. Despite that it can cause a lot of problems and friction, as you might know, you know, regardless of it, you know, as I said in one of my videos, I'm trying to learn now the one strike you're out rule. You know, you've given one chance, even though many people have asked me, well, what about second chances? You know, don't they deserve second chances or whatever? Yes, to a point they do, but sometimes I feel that so many people I have been with, dated wise or just friends wise, abuse that because they know I'm so trustworthy that I'll just keep being gullible or whatever till the cows come home about, you know, abusing all what I've given them, you know, be it trust, be it respect, be it honesty, communication, and all those important features. Anyway, number two, before I end up going over my time, is making time for anyone. Some of these will be the same as part one. Remember, guys, everyone does tend to find it difficult to find the right time at the right place for those people that they love and care about, be it their family members, be it their partner, be it their boyfriend, be it their hubby, wife, whatever the list goes on. I believe that though, however, we can make time for one another. You know, if we really want to really fully commit to ourselves, but many people tend to not want to commit or have a relationship, and they, like I said so many times before, it's really blooming sickening that some guys just think that they can just use and abuse some females and whatever it may be. I do, however, when I plan things, you know, I try to involve anyone in that circle, regardless of what it may be, and because sometimes I believe that it can be difficult for the ones that are in a relationship and they try to balance up home, work, social life, and if there's if you had a partner with kids, it can be a bit daunting weighing up the time to spend quality time with one another. Anyway, number 3, decisions. The will of making decisions. I love that title that I called it. When being in a relationship, dating, or whatever situation or circumstance we're at, basically, I found that there will be only bound to be decisions or choices that we will come across, be it whatever it may be, but you don't force Aspie to make the decisions all the time, or you're wanting the right answer, or the answer right there and then. Please respect us for crying out loud, just for the hell of it, when we say, you know, we don't know the answer right now, even though, like I was talking to someone, that, you know, the answer's there all the time. Not every answer's there. Some answers are hidden for a point just to test us when we are in a situation of, or circumstance of a given moment of time, you know, be it like he said, like, we're waiting upon either after seeking for work, waiting for the knock on the door or the phone call saying, yes, you've got the job, you're hired, you know. Sometimes we need to be, you know, really patient. But sometimes in this day and age, I've learnt that I'm doing my very darn hardest to answer the questions at hand, regardless of the decision making. Sometimes I find that some guys, past and present, tend to jump the gun with me and assume that they know me, regardless of what they want to do with me, and I just find it really darn annoying and frustrating at the moment, because, or shall we say, not just frustrating, but so many other feelings. It sometimes overwhelms me, gives me a headache, you know, when I think so much, you know, and I can't help it. It's just, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It just feels like that. I feel like everything's falling down on me at once, put it that way. Sometimes whenever I'm with somebody, boy or girl, sometimes some of them will disregard themselves and misplace certain things and just blame it on someone else regardless. You know, I'm sick of hearing the words, when it comes down to making decisions, do what you want, or, you know, whatever. Okay, yes, we do have the right to make our own decisions when it comes down to maybe having our own quality time, doing what we want and what we love. But when it comes down to like a relationship, people forget that sometimes it's all about communication, and also you're compromising and all these other important factors I have been so much saying so many times. This will then, however, cause so many confusion, so much anger, frustration, disagreements, miscommunication, or just a communication breakdown somewhere. I do like to take charge at some point in some situations of making the decisions, but don't put it all on me, even though many people think that, okay, Kieran's good at, you know, event planning or whatever she may have ahead of time, but then, you know, don't suspect everything will be for me, even though I'm now learning to take little steps at a time, taking little bites of what I can do and can't do, you know. It's just annoys me. It's all about teamwork and dedication, and more to keep it going and working. Like, so, as I said, I was a shy and quiet little introvert, and I'm starting to come out of my shell, more of the piece of introverts to understand the more of dating an introvert, or just introverts versus extroverts, you know, their strengths and weaknesses and the more. Number 4, hopefully, is the last one. Understanding one another. This is a key important one as well. Most of us are hard to understand and want differently. As I said so many times before, that we are wired differently, however. Many of us do tend to want to be alone due to whatever it may be, just to learn to adapt to our surroundings, or maybe because we have been socialising for so long that it just tired us out and we need to, you know, revitalise our energy social tank. I may be hard to understand for some people, but, you know, that's fine. If that's your opinion, I believe I'm not that hard to think. I've been trying to tell everyone what I want in my life, you know, even though I'm not getting it at times, because I feel like I'm just sucking it up and just sitting in a corner, well, not sulking as such, but just sitting in a corner, trying to wish and pray that something good will happen out of it, you know, what's going on. You know, there are a lot of people that are lacking to understand and acknowledge our differences, as I know that I'm trying to basically acknowledge the differences of different people's opinions, different people's way of thinking, different people's way of just how they speak maybe, and how they act. You know, it's all about empathy, not sympathy, as I keep saying. And then it's like this saying goes, just to watch my shape-shifting series, as well as the To Change or Not to Change, you know, and many more that may be of help to you, that, you know, of this part I'm sharing with you. I don't or shouldn't have to change for someone. Why should I? Pretty much I believe that despite our faults and flaws, we should be loved, no matter what. Even though love is a word that many people don't understand, obviously, as I have a giggle that, you know, many people misinterpret love, respect, and all these other words that I have been defining in these series of my video blogs, which is sad really, but it's just life, I guess, and some of us need a wake-up call sooner or later about it, you know, and I'm just hoping one day it will be soon. Despite it all, I feel that we should try and make the effort to know someone and more, instead of rushing into maybe a relationship, so assuming that this is what we want, you know, it's all about the one person and that's me, instead of including the other person, whoever it may be, you know. Advice is just to accept our differences on every level, get used to our ways, and no point to change someone, as I mentioned before, and go with how they are as they are, who they are, and be with them for who they are, and try not to change them. You know, trying not to be too pushy despite the lack of knowledge and understanding and more that is coming out and about people. You know, go with the flow and don't have the high hopes and expectations, basically, of what you feel is right for yourself instead of including that other person. So many people assume that this is what they want, blah, 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 you know, so on and so forth. To end this video for the soul, just say this: enjoy each other's time when you're together, learn about each other, grow together, you know, in the physical, in the spiritual, mental state with each other. You know, because every relationship is a learning curve, you know, not everything is perfect, so even though people want a perfect relationship with no arguments, no setbacks, no disagreements, but I'm sorry, that's the wrong way of thinking, because there's bound to be disagreements, there's bound to be arguments and that, but it's alright to have a few disagreements here and there, you know, and a few problems, but be sure to solve them quick, smart though, however. Just learn to understand each other's differences and basically reach deeper into a way that we can understand each other. Just enjoy the time you have with each other regardless, you know, because you never know, it might be too late and then you might regret it if you dump them or they passed on and then you are thinking maybe, even though many people just say to me that this is wrong, but I'm guaranteeing that many people will regret it if that person was gone, regardless if they died or regardless they've left them in the circle. But anyway, that ends hopefully my part 2 of the advice of dating an Aspie. Please give me a thumbs up or comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. The contact details are below. Thanks for your support so far, guys, even though, you know, it's been a long journey, and hopefully I'll see you all soon.